if I want to find the second derivative of this, the first thing is to find my first derivative. That's pretty obvious. So you derive it where it sits. So this is going to be 6x squared. Bring the 3 out front. 3 times 2. Bring the power down 1. Minus the derivative of y squared is 2y, but don't forget y prime. Okay, because whenever we derive x, we don't need x prime, but whenever we derive y, we need y prime. And that equals 0, because the derivative of 4 is 0. There's my first derivative. So let's get y prime by itself. Move that over. Move this over. So you have 2y, y prime equals negative 6x squared. Divide by, looks like negative 2y. So it looks like, it's pretty simple, y prime equals negative divided by negative is a positive, x squared y. There's a whole bunch of ways you could put it like that, or 3x squared over y. That's good right there. Okay. Now our next step is to derive again. Now, would it actually possibly be easier to derive that orange piece over this piece? Do you want to deal with the quotient rule? Do you understand this might be easier to derive your second time implicitly than trying to take this on? So I would actually go back to this original up here, and I'm going to second derive this. You could do this. So to second derive this, this becomes 12x. Now, do you see a product rule here? Are you okay with that? Now, you have, can I put a negative 2 and then put parentheses for the product rule? And for the product rule, I'm going to have something times something plus something times something. And the derivative of 0 is 0 again. Okay, what's going to go in here? Well, we pulled the 2 out, so it's y and y prime. What's the derivative of y? Y prime. And then we leave y prime, correct? Then do we leave y? But we derive y prime. What's the derivative of y prime? Isn't that the derivative of y prime? Isn't it this right here? No, wait, nope, sorry. Let me stick that over. Let me start that over. The derivative of y prime, isn't that y double prime? The derivative of y prime is y double prime. So, there we go. Do we want to simplify it? Or do you see this guy going to be going into some things? Can you see how this guy, he's y prime. Do you understand he's going to go right there and right there? Can you see that? Then can you get y prime by itself? Yes. Y double prime by itself. Sorry, I said that wrong. So, we have 12x minus 2, and could I simply make that 2y prime? Oh, or is it y prime squared? Yeah. Which one is it? Isn't it squared? Yeah. So we're gonna, and so that's y prime squared would be 3x squared y squared. Correct? Plus y times y double prime. Okay. We have 12x minus, it looks like we have a 9. Leave the 2 out for now. Then we have 9x to the 4th y squared plus, let's just wait before we mess with anything. Kind of doing more steps, kind of elongating this. Distribute the negative 2. Okay, I just distributed the negative 2. Now my goal, if I want my second derivative, is to get the y double prime. Don't we want this guy by itself? So to get that by itself, don't we move all this over? So that's going to be a 18x to the 4th minus 2x. This is y squared. I flipped it because when I move it over, they change signs, and I flipped it to the signs so it looks kind of better. Thank you, that's 12x. Very good. I can't change that. That's 12x. Good. Okay. Then I'm going to divide by what? Negative 2y. Now that doesn't look very pretty. It's most likely not going to turn out to be that answer. Now we have to do some simplification. But that is the second derivative right there. So to simplify this, do you understand what are we probably going to multiply this piece by? Once you do y squared over y squared, so the top can combine. Looks like we're going to get 18y to the 4th minus 12xy squared over y squared all over negative 2y. And when I divide a fraction by something, does this go to the top or bottom? Bottom. You have to understand this goes to the bottom. So my final answer is going to be 18. Actually, this isn't my final answer. You'll see in a sec why. The bottom's going to be negative 2y to the what? When you multiply this times the bottom, it's y cubed. My actual, that is a pretty good answer. That's probably going to be fine, but is there a GCF? Does 6 go into both these? And an x. Oops, that'd be 3. X to the 3rd minus 2y squared over negative 2y cubed. And one more piece. My final answer, if we take this and, bring it over here, what do you got? And this cancels with this. It looks like we have 3x cubed minus 2y squared over negative, I'll put the 1 there. Oh, actually let's make that a negative on top. Do you understand? That negative 1 I'd probably take to the top. Because I don't want a negative from my y cubed, it might confuse. Yeah, this would just be nothing. This is y cubed. No, because we just take this negative, it's 3 over negative 1, and makes that a negative 3 on top. This looks like it's good.